Listen to the Streets Talk Show with your host, Loretta La-Rue Duncan Fowler. It's all about uplifting and encouraging you through real stories from real people. Every week, we chat with folks making a difference in their communities and for God's kingdom. Get ready to be inspired, learn something new, and discover the great plans God has for you. Join us for an amazing episode of the Streets Talk Show with your host, Loretta La-Rue Duncan Fowler.
Hi, welcome to the Streets. I'm your host, Loretta La-Rue Duncan Fowler. Here we take the gospel of Jesus Christ over the digital highways and streaming byways. We talk to the most innovative and thought-provoking people of our generation about what's going on in their lives so we can help you with what's going on in your life. So come with me, Miss LaRue, as we take it to the streets on the Daily Gospel Network. And today on the streets, I am excited that we have an esteemed guest, Brother Larry Ukali Johnson-Redd, who released his latest book, Letter to My Young Brothers. Larry's work dwells into crucial aspects of academic success and motivation for young Black males, spanning from elementary to high school and beyond. So I'm going to introduce Brother Larry Ukali Johnson-Redd to the stage after this commercial break. Don't you go nowhere, because we'll be right back.
Unlock the potential of young minds with Letter to My Young Brothers and Their Parents by author Larry Ukali Johnson-Redd. This book is about guiding African-American youth through educational triumphs and challenges, from elementary wisdom to high school success strategies and crucial advice for staying the course. Elevate the academic journey. Get your copy today and inspire success. Available on Amazon.com.
Brother Ukali, it's fantastic to have you on the show. Thank you so much for coming to the Streets Talk Show.
I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. So I was reading your book, and what I want to talk about is that your book seems incredibly timely and important, especially given the challenges many young Black men face in the education system. Can you tell our viewers a bit more about the inspiration behind Letter to My Young Brothers and what you hope readers will take away from it?
Yes, the book was presented to me as a thought when I spoke with these two sisters, and one was telling me her grandson had committed suicide, and the other was saying that, there's a study out by UCLA and Harvard stating that Black boys in America had the worst chance of success of all boys in America. On those 2 points, I had to respond because, we've been here 400 years trying to make progress. And so we can't have anything that stops us making progress, even if it is the educational system. And so that inspired me to write a book to respond to both that UCLA study and the threat to young Black boys of suicide. Because when I was growing up, we didn't have Black boys committing suicide. It wasn't as an issue. And now it's an issue that we got to deal with. And so I want to promote success for young brothers.
Okay, well, that's awesome. I wanted to ask you, in our topics today, I wanted to discuss faith and resilience, purpose and calling, community mentorship, identity and self-worth. And so how does faith play a role in the journey of the young brothers, our Black males?
Well, again, the way the society acts it's not reflected faith on Black boys. So Black boys got to deep reach inside their soul and pick it up and bring it out. And also because of the fact that many teachers mark Black boys down, Black boys have a harder way to go up. And so they got to study harder, and they got to be more prepared, and they got to attend school 95% of the time so that they don't get behind and they stay ahead. And these are the kind of things that we must do, as well as not misbehave, because misbehaving is a problem, and that can cause us to get in trouble and get suspended. And more times than not, Blacks will have a higher rate of being suspended than white students. We really got to work hard. We got to do our homework every night. We got to turn it in on time. We got to attend 95, 96% of the classes. And we really have to work hard so that we're successful in school as young Black boys and also young men.
Okay, so what are the steps in your book, Letters to My Young Brothers, that our young Black men need to take to do those things that you just talked about?
I wrote this poem here that I want to just read real quick, and it's to my class 5A. Now, I taught at Bret Hart Elementary School, which is in Hunters Point, which is one of the flashpoints of San Francisco, deep in the hood. And so I noticed the young brothers was punching each other and all of that, and I'm trying to give them leadership. I said, we need unity. We need harmony. We need unity. We need harmony. We need unity. We need harmony. In our classroom, today is not too soon. Unity is needed by you and me. Harmony is better. Can't you see? We can learn better with harmony. Open up the door with unity. Can we all get along? Sing a song. Can we all get along? And so I taught that to my students the very first day, but I noticed, there was a little bit of a tension, but it eased us out because we were always singing that positive song every day before we headed to our classroom from the main yard. So in other words, young brothers and sisters got to get along better, and they got to stop fighting in school, and they have to concentrate on graduating. And we really don't preach graduation to young people as early in the age as they should be, because they have to know the reason they're there is because their parents want them to graduate. And we want to give them that message uppermost, first and foremost.
That's right. It's up to the parents to ensure that their children are getting the right education and the support to that they need to in this day and time that we are going through. And with that, we go into our next topic of community and mentorship. Now, the book emphasizes the significance of community and mentorship in the success of young Black men. So how can the faith community and leaders contribute to creating supportive environments and serving as mentors to our young Black men?
Well, I remember in Lakeview, we established the OMI homework tutorial and self-esteem project. And so many of our members were church members who volunteered, who worked under, salary to tutor the young brothers and sisters. And so we as African Americans have to organize tutorial programs in our neighborhoods, in our community centers, and we have to make sure that that's open to our young brothers and sisters and make sure that it helps them to finish their homework every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and then hopefully they can do it on their own on Friday. But we have to set that up in our community so that our young people have the support they need to get through the curriculum.
Discover Lessons Learned, A Poet's Life by Loretta La-Rue Duncan Fowler, a book filled with poetry, stories, and life lessons. Loretta shares her personal journey, combining her own poems and stories with insights from the Bible and her life's experiences. This book aims to entertain, enlighten, and offer wisdom to support you through life's journey. It's designed to inspire, encourage, and empower you. Find your copy on Amazon today and start exploring these life-changing lessons.
In Letters to My Young Brothers, what type of curriculums do you suggest for young men? Does it matter, like if they do college business or just college or tech trade school? What do you recommend?
Well, this book starts from elementary school, so they must build a good foundation in elementary school. And then the second chapter is about middle school and learning how to write a one paragraph essay and writing a 3 paragraph essay. Those things are so important for young people, so that by the time they sort that out and they know how to write a 1 paragraph or a 3 paragraph essay in middle school, then they get to high school and they have a whole world to choose from. But they also have to increase their writing to 5 paragraph essays. And being able to write a 5 paragraph essay will ride you through high school. Now, whether you want to go to college, university, or just go ahead and be a fireman, it really doesn't matter. You have all those choices as long as you want to do it. You can pursue it. And so young brothers, pursue what you really want to do, but also make sure in elementary school and junior high school, you prepare yourself so that you can be a firefighter if that's what you want to be. But it also requires preparation on our part, and on also the community and the people of the community need to make sure they have organized support so that as a young man grows to be a young high school student, he has support in knowing, I could be a policeman, or I can be an activist, or I can be whatever I want to be. And young people, you can be whatever you want to be.
Okay, that's right. You can be whatever you want to be. So that gives us to our next topic,
Yes.
which is identity and self-worth. Young Black men often grapple with issues of identity and self-worth. How does Letters to My Young Brothers offer a framework for understanding one's identity as a valued creation of God, and how they can how this understanding can impact their self-esteem and their sense of worth?
Well, all throughout the book, I have spoken word. Of course, I've been doing spoken word all my life. But we have spoken word that emphasizes African identity, and it emphasizes what our young people need. And so the young brothers, you'll be inspired by the poetry and the spoken word in this book, as well as by the practical skills like my 3-paragraph essay format and my 5-paragraph essay format. So for brothers who would get into high school, 10th grade, I ask you to write a 5-paragraph essay. And paragraph 1 would be, how will I survive the 9th grade? Then paragraph 2, how will I survive the 10th grade? Paragraph 3, how will you survive the 11th and 12th grade? And then have a conclusion at the end of that 5-paragraph essay. So these are the kind of things we can do at the very beginning that will help us to influence us to graduate and not make the kind of mistakes that get us kicked out of school, like doing robberies and all of that kind of stuff. And also, if you have your grades good at the 14 years old, you can get a work permit. And if you get a work permit, you can do all kind of jobs, legal jobs, and get paid for it at 14, 15, and 16. And so you got to explore that so that you're not tempted by people who say, let's go rob somebody. It might bring a smile to you, but it's a real challenge because you got to spend money when you're a young person.
Amen, Brother Ukali. That's right. We don't want nobody we don't want our young Black men to be doing the crime and then they got to do the time. And so with that being said, I want to talk about the pipeline from middle school to prison that you address in your book. And also, can you give us a little information about the dropout rate as it what's going on with that?
Yes. Well, as I remember in high school, we had a dropout rate of 50%, and so a lot of brothers weren't graduating when I graduated. And so we have, again, some behavioral issues that we have to work out. And some of them, I'm going to just give you this little piece of the poem here called Close the Gap. It says, don't sit in the back and yap, yap, yap. Bridge the achievement gap. Don't act like you don't know how to act. When you can, close the gap. Learn best now in your time. Learn now and graduate and shine. Don't sit in the back and yap, yap, yap. Bridge the achievement gap. I won't go any more for, but that's one of the poems that addresses what we have to do, because some people want to wear this dark shades instead of improving their grades, and that even happens if where I am now in the adult school, and I still have to say take off the sunglasses. So we have to really get into the framework that we want to win, and we're going to do the right thing in class every day so that we don't get behind. And again, that 95%, 96% attendance rate is critical to being successful in school.
Amen. Amen, Brother Ukali. I am so in agreement with that.
Unlock the potential of young minds with Letter to My Young Brothers and Their Parents by author Ukali Johnson-Redd. This book is about guiding African American youth through educational triumphs and challenges, from elementary wisdom to high school success strategies and crucial advice for staying the course. Elevate the academic journey. Get your copy today and inspire success. Available on Amazon.com.
One more question is, how can the church community, and not just the church community, but parents, educators, the healthcare system, what can we do about hope and healing, and what practical steps can we take to address the mental health challenges among our young Black men?
Well, that again can be very serious. So talking about love and about life to our young people is very, very important. But not only that, we have to continue to encourage and motivate our young people. 6% of the time, you got to be in class. You can't be out there, you can't be homesick. You got to be in the classroom, taking notes, taking tests, preparing for tests. So we have to motivate our kids to be all the way and to be up, about graduating. And we have to start talking about graduating, even to our elementary school students who are 7 years old or 8 years old. They need to know, oh, mama want me to graduate, so I'm got to do my homework, and if they got that attitude, they're going to move right on through the system. And that's why we need to keep on pushing and promoting success among our young kids at home when they get home from school.
That's right. That's right. I'm so in agreement with that. I want to say too that our children, when you train up a child in the way he should go, and you give them all the positive reinforcement from the time they come from the cradle to the time they leave your home, your child is in God's hands once he leaves your house. You got to understand as parents that if you raise them well, they're going to come back to you well. That's God's promise to you. And that with faith, the Bible says faith without works is dead. So you can't be just having faith. You got to have action behind it. And the Bible also says that we can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. So when you feel sad or like you can't make it in school, remember that. Even as an adult, I said that this morning before I got on the show. I could do all things through Christ who strengthens.
And also, may I just jump?
Yeah, go ahead. Absolutely.
Yeah, I just wanted to jump in and say too, your child from July 30th to August 15th, right before they go back to school, they should be studying the words and definitions of their future classes. Now, if the first grade have first grade words and definitions, and you can get that from Google or you can get that from Quizlet. And if their students study the words and definitions before they get to class, then when they get there and the teacher uses those words, they're able to suck them in and understand them immediately. And that's what strengthens your child. That's what strengthens your Black boy. So he's got to learn the words and definitions. Like, for instance, he's going to junior high school. He needs to know what the woodshop class words and definitions are. He also has to know what the algebra words and definitions are. If he's in the sixth grade, he needs to know what the sixth grade words and definitions for history, the sixth grade words for math, the sixth grade words and definitions for English, the sixth grade words and definitions for history. If he knows that before he gets to school, he's prepared. And so that's why parents, we need you to step forward and do some extra preparing because of first or second, third, fourth, fifth grade, they don't want to know how to go and look up the words and definitions. It would have to be the parents. And what you do is give them the list of words and definitions and let the student learn them before he goes back to school during that time period where we're mostly not doing that much because summer school is going on or because, it's summertime. And so by the time he's ready to go back to school with the new definitions in the head, with the new words for every possible new class he's going to have, a student is prepared and will do well.
Yeah. So, Brother Ukali, I want to thank you so much for coming on our show. We got to take a quick commercial break, and then we'll come back with your closing thoughts.
Get your copy of Loretta LaRue Duncan Fowler's powerful book, In Search of a Father's Love. Loretta tells her story of overcoming difficult early years and many hardships through heartfelt poems and stories. She shares how she moved from feeling left by her dad to overcoming abuse and sadness, finding her own strength and peace. Filled with personal tales and Bible quotes, her book inspires readers to find their light and faith. Don't miss this journey to happiness. Find it on Amazon now.
Okay, welcome back to the Streets Talk Show. We're here with Brother Larry Ukali Johnson-Redd, and we're talking about his book, Letters to My Young Brothers. So, Brother Ukali, I sincerely thank you for coming on the Streets Talk Show and giving us that wisdom and that knowledge. I want everyone to know that Brother Ukali's book is on Amazon and anywhere that books are sold. And information about the book will be at the end of the show as well. Brother Ukali, do you have any closing thoughts for our audience?
Yes, and when you finally get to high school and you're getting close to graduating, you need to smell the ink on your diploma so that you get inspired to have the highest grades you can while you're in high school. So you have to work hard, but it's all right because when you do graduate, then you will have more options to go in life, whether you want to go to college or whether you want to be a fireman, whether you live in San Francisco, whether you live in Sacramento, whether you live in Los Angeles, or wherever you live. Just make sure you focus and be a gentleman. And if you do go to a party or what do you call it, prom, make sure you be on your best behavior.
All right. Well, thank you, Brother Ukali.
That's where we'll leave it.
Yeah. Thank you so much again. I appreciate that. Thank you for being on the show. I'll be right back.
Unlock the potential of young minds with Letter to My Young Brothers and Their Parents by author Ukali Johnson-Redd. This book is about guiding African American youth through educational triumphs and challenges, from elementary wisdom to high school success strategies and crucial advice for staying the course. Elevate the academic journey. Get your copy today and inspire success. Available on Amazon.com.
Thank you for watching this episode of the Streets Talk Show. We really appreciate you and our guest, Brother Larry Ukali Johnson-Redd. And I look forward to seeing you next time on the Streets Talk Show here on the Daily Gospel Network. And remember, Philippians 1:6 says, being confident in this, he who began a good work in you will finish it unto the completion of Jesus Christ. Thank you for watching. You have a good day, and God bless you.
Check out Loretta LaRue Duncan Fowler's book, For the Believers, a guidebook to manifesting abundance, increasing your financial net worth, restoring the paper cuts in your soul, and transforming your life. It's all about healing from past hurts with God's help and finding a meaningful life. This essential guide offers tips for a complete life change, covering everything from money to inner peace. Grab your copy on Amazon and start your journey to a fuller life.
Unlock the potential of young minds with Letter to My Young Brothers and Their Parents by author Ukali Johnson-Redd. This book is about guiding African American youth through educational triumphs and challenges, from elementary wisdom to high school success strategies and crucial advice for staying the course. Elevate the academic journey. Get your copy today and inspire success. Available on Amazon.com.
Thank you for joining us on the Streets Talk Show, hosted by Loretta LaRue Duncan Fowler. The talk show dedicated to uplifting and encouraging you by sharing true stories from individuals making a positive impact in their communities and advancing God's mission. We invite you to tune in weekly as we explore these inspiring journeys. Until our next episode, we wish you God's blessings. Remember, you're part of the Streets Talk Show family. Take care and see you soon. From Loretta and the entire team. Discover Lessons Learned, A Poet's Life by Loretta LaRue Duncan Fowler, a book filled with poetry, stories, and life lessons. Loretta shares her personal journey, combining her own poems and stories with insights from the Bible and her life's experiences. This book aims to entertain, enlighten, and offer wisdom to support you through life's journey. It's designed to inspire, encourage, and empower you. Find your copy on Amazon today and start exploring these life-changing lessons. Get your copy of Loretta LaRue Duncan Fowler's powerful book, In Search of a Father's Love. Loretta tells her story of overcoming difficult early years and many hardships through heartfelt poems and stories. She shares how she moved from feeling left by her dad to overcoming abuse and sadness, finding her own strength and peace. Filled with personal tales and Bible quotes, her book inspires readers to find their light and faith. Don't miss this journey to happiness. Find it on Amazon now. Check out Loretta LaRue Duncan Fowler's book, For the Believers, a guidebook to manifesting abundance, increasing your financial net worth, restoring the paper cuts in your soul, and transforming your life. It's all about healing from past hurts with God's help and finding a meaningful life. This essential guide offers tips for a complete life change, covering everything from money to inner peace. Grab your copy on Amazon and start your journey to a fuller life. Thank you for joining us on the Streets Talk Show, hosted by Loretta LaRue Duncan Fowler. The talk show dedicated to uplifting and encouraging you by sharing true stories from individuals making a positive impact in their communities and advancing God's mission. We invite you to tune in weekly as we explore these inspiring journeys. Until our next episode, we wish you God's blessings. Remember, you're part of the Streets Talk Show family. Take care and see you soon. From Loretta and the entire team.